The cost of a college degree keeps going up, and in Oklahoma, legislative financial support for higher education keeps going down. But we're told the only way to advance in the world today is with an advanced degree, something beyond high school.
So college debt keeps adding up, and the cycle goes on and on. Here then is the story of a modern-day college president who combined shoe leather and elbow grease and turned it into $1 billion so that a first-generation college student from a forgotten spot in LaFleur County and thousands more like her could make themselves and their state so much more.
I say that there's sort of an elixir on this campus. These students must give off energy.
Take a walk with Burns Hargis across his flagship campus and you'll hear of the modern role of a university president. One part academic, one part politician, 2 parts fundraiser. Well, with state support of higher education having fallen like a rock for years now in Oklahoma, make that almost constant fundraiser.
Definitely a fairly large part of what I do and what all of us have to do.
Fresh off a 5-year, $1 billion-plus fundraising drive, Hargis is pausing briefly to catch his breath. Raising money is the grind that never ends.
I try to deal in reality and what are really the circumstances and what are the prospects for those circumstances to change. And I think we're going to have to do it ourselves.
OSU actually brought in about $1.3 billion from the drive that began in the teeth of the Great Recession and ended in December. From 103,000 donors, 45,000 of whom had never contributed to the university before.
What's the game changer is the 100,000 donors. And if you do a good job in keeping those donors informed and convincing them that their gift had the intended positive consequences, they haven't given their last gift.
With half the $1 billion devoted to scholarships, if you were one who contributed, here's someone you're helping. Taylor Jones comes from a spot in the road in LaFleur County, a high school class of 32 in a town where college is mostly an afterthought.
I actually think I was the only one that went farther than an hour away from home for college.
And in Stillwater, she's thriving, a psychology major who wants to devote her career to helping children.
When will you start your research with the ONCE project?
She's planning for graduate work, research, a doctorate, a limitless future, thanks to her own drive and hardworking parents back home.
It was definitely always an expectation of me. My parents definitely pushed academics from the time I started school.
And here's where it's paid off. In the psychology department, her accomplishments already rate a spot on the wall, and scholarships from the OSU Foundation made it possible in return for her good grades and hard work.
Without my scholarships, I would have had a much tougher route to get here, and they're essential to my success here at OSU. So very honored, very thankful for them.
But what about so many of the others, saddled by college debt and hoping a degree is a ticket to the middle class? Or all those who never made it this far because anything beyond high school was never even a consideration back home?
As you get more and more people who have an education, an advanced education, it will begin to spread. But until it's part of the culture, it's difficult for it to happen.
And with college costs rising and a legislature that has cut state support of OSU students by 34% over the past 15 years, from covering more than half the cost of a typical student in 2000 to 17% today, that shift in thinking doesn't come overnight.
We've just got to provide the access, provide the preparation, and provide the support that enable these kids to achieve their dreams. And once enough of them do, then the people that they influence will do it as well.
But until that happens, Burns Hargis will keep churning out the appeals.
Those of you that missed number 1.
Knowing that across Oklahoma, there are more kids dreaming of what lies beyond their spots in the road. In a state that needs every one of them, if it's to ever be so much more.
And every student in Oklahoma who is ready, willing, and able to come to the university should be able to do that. And when we reach that point, then I'll feel like we've made we've provided a real benefit to our state.
Inside this story at newson6.com, I've included links to the president's office at Oklahoma State University, as well as the OSU Foundation, where you can follow how contributions are put to use there. And if you know someone working to make Oklahoma so much more, let me know about them at so much more at newson6.net.